Hey, all you Zed heads out there. This is Matt Jarbo, host of the Zurvivalist, and I'm here with Thomas from Norway. Is that it?
Yes, that's right.
You are our first international guest on the show in the 2 years that we've been around. Um, and so thank you very much for being here. I know that the time difference is definitely crazy. We've been having trouble getting connected. But I know that you've been very passionate about being on the show and been very, very persistent about being on the show. So that's amazing. And I thank you for that too, because I get forgetful at times. So all right, well, you know what? I know you have a plan that you want to tell me, so we'll get right down to it. Thomas, how would you survive a zombie outbreak?
Yeah, okay, it's my time now. In Norway, it's different than the USA. It's not that big, and it's not normal that every home have a gun and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So my plan will be first to get some of my friends and family to my house because they live very close to me, like 1 minute away, and then we would go in the car and drive to my uncle's house because he liked to hunt and he have a lot of guns,
A lot of guns. That's always
rifles,
good.
yeah, yeah, shotguns and ammo. And we see if he is alive and we take all his guns. Okay, we got the guns at my uncle's house. He's alive, and
Hmm.
now we need to have a plan. And I have a plan. So we would go to the local bus station, and there we would take over a bus. We would force our way with our weapons. And then when we have this bus, we would drive to the closest food shop, and there we would take a lot of food, canned food, water, and everything important. And we would go to some other shops to get other important things like fishing equipment, tools equipment, medicine,
Well,
everything.
well, can I now, since I don't know what part of Norway you live in, what would you say is the general population size of your area?
20,000.
20,000. Now, if those people were infected, would you, I mean, would you just be going hog wild and killing everything that moved? Or, I mean, would you be wanting to, because the buses, they hold like what, between 30 and 65 people?
Uh, uh, I would kill everything I see. The only thing that is important is my friends and my family. And if someone try to take over our bus, we shoot them. And if we see zombies, we shoot them in the head. We
So,
need to survive, you know.
so you would put the survival of yourself and your family and your friends over other people, which is, I mean, generally, I think what most people would do in the situation.
Yeah, yeah. I think that unless we need we need other people, I would do that.
Now, well, I know one thing that's generally overlooked in these plans is people who go out and they go, oh, we're going to get supplies, food, water, everything like that. But what about entertainment? Is there anything like entertainment wise that you would really want would you just like, would you go out of the way to like to take?
Yeah. Uh, I think I would, the food and water is the most important thing. And if we have the opportunity to get an entertainment and if it's not very dangerous, I think I would go for it. Maybe we could find some games, some cards and stuff. And we can make our own games too. You know, it's if you only need to use your brain and you can do a lot of stuff.
No, that's a good one. I mean, card games and board games and stuff.
Yeah,
So okay, let's say you've got your supplies. You've gone to the town. You've
yeah,
shot a ton of zombies, and you're on your way. Uh,
yeah.
where would where would you go? Where would you go next?
Yeah, I would go to the closest, biggest city named Kristiansand. There I have this big boat that go Denmark, Norway, 4 times a day. And it's filled up with food and water and everything that is important. And the thing we would do is to take over the boat, force our way with our weapons. If survivors are trying to shoot us or something, we would shoot them back. But let's say we take over the boat, we force the captain to control it for us, and then we would go out to the great big sea. We would go and go and go until we find an island. And then we will take the safe boats to the island, and we will start up building a new society on this island. And when the night comes, we would go back to the big boat and sleep there. And when the sun rises again, we would go to the island and start up our new society.
Interesting. Now,
Yeah.
do you have an island in mind that you would like to go to?
I know it's a lot of islands. I live in the coast, so but I haven't decided yet. But it's a lot, so the opportunities are there, really.
I see. Well, okay. So like if you would force a captain off the boat, because I kind of wanted to touch back on that.
Yeah.
Do you or any of your friends or family members know how to pilot a ship? How to
No,
captain a boat?
we would force the captain to be with us because we need him to control the boat.
But what if the captain said a big "fu" and uh,
Uh,
and was like, "I'm not going to do it," and then you have
yeah,
no choice but you shoot him?
yeah. Then we have a big problem. But I don't think it's too hard. It's like this big boat you need to drag, and you just need to control the boat. And but I think I should do some reading maybe to
Yeah, it
be
might be a
ready.
good idea to
Yeah,
learn.
yeah.
I mean, because also, can you fish? Can you hunt?
Yeah, we have taking a lot of fishing equipment and stuff, so that would be no problem. And I can fish, and hunting would be no problem, I think.
That's good. A lot of people out there claim they can fish when they really can't. So I'm just,
Yeah,
I have to
yeah.
ask the question.
We
Uh,
live in Norway. It's no problem.
yeah, yeah. I live in Los Angeles, so people out here are like, fish? Can I go
I
get it
understand.
at the store? And I understand. So it's totally different. You guys rely
Yeah,
more on the land out there.
yeah,
Um, but what about like, okay, let's say that you get your island, you're out there. Um, and you get your new society, but eventually you're going to run out of supplies, right? I mean, it's just an eventuality for how many people you have versus what supplies you have on the ship, the perishables, all that kind of stuff. So, what do you think? Would you like? Let's say it's 6 months, 2 years in the future, somewhere in there. Would you go
yeah,
back to society? Would you get back on the ship and go back to the town and just see kind of what's there, like see if anyone's made it?
yeah. Uh, it depends because if we are out of food and we are starving to death, we only have one choice, and no, we only have two choices, and that to go on a boat and try to find a new island, or go back to the to the society again. I think I would try to find a new island first. But if this doesn't work, I think I would go back to the society and see how it works. And I also have a plan to how to survive if we go back to the city again and stuff. So
Well, would you? I
yeah,
mean, because would you like try to fortify? Because I think that the idea that most people like want, because if you, I don't know if you've listened to all the episodes on the show, but there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I just want to go to an island and everything
yeah,
will be okay. Um,
yeah,
I had one guy, very first episode, the guy was like, I'm gonna get nerds to fly a plane to an island. I don't. It was crazy. Um,
yeah,
but I think more it's like the idea that I'm trying to get here is, you know, eventually death comes for us all. So,
yeah,
and if you get to that point of where you need more help and you can't do it, would you, an island can only sustain so much. Would you want to like try to maybe take over a small village, somewhere that you can use that has more resources?
yeah,
Or would you, I mean, really, because it seems more like you just want to stay isolated.
yeah. I think if I was forced to go back to the land, I think I would go up to the mountains because we have big mountains there in Norway, and it's hard for the zombies to get up there. And I think I would go to a little mountain village and try to take over the control there and live.
Nice. Okay, well, we're actually running low on time because these
Yeah,
shows always just fly by. So, you know what I'm going to ask you.
yeah.
So this is the last question of the night is what would you do if you were bit?
If I was bit, I would try to cut off the body part I was bitten. If I was bit in my hand, I would cut off my hand. in my leg, I would cut off my leg. But if I'm bitten in the stomach, my head, I have a problem. And then I think I would tell my friends and family that I'm bitten, and I would ask them to shoot me in the head because I would not be a problem for them.
So you would just rather you would just go, you would have them kill you?
Yeah, but the first thing I would do is to try to cut off the body part I was bitten and see if I survive. But
Yeah,
if I, yeah,
that's never really explained. But I mean, like, but if you're bitten in like the neck, then it just you kind of have to cut
yeah,
off the head, and it kind of defeats the purpose. Um, but, oh well, I guess that's mostly it's like most people would just go out, and end it there. But well, that's actually all the time we have for today. But thank you very much
yeah,
for Thomas for being on the show.
yeah. Thanks for coming.
And for all of you guys listening at home, you can tune into KZOM Radio every week at Zurvivalist.com, Facebook.com/KZOM Radio, or Twitter.com/KZOM Radio. We're also on iTunes and Zune, so if you haven't subscribed to us, subscribe. And we'll see you guys next week on the show. I'm Matt Jarbo, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.